if you can hear me. This is my first time using this because for whatever reason when I use my computer lately and use StreamYards, it wasn't working. But let me know if you can hear me. If anybody's here. I'm waiting on Lisa. She's coming. She's having some technical difficulty. No, I'm glad you're early. Hi, everybody. We're going to be going live shortly. She's having technical. Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Yay, it works. It's my husband's thing. He let me borrow it. And I'm waiting on Lisa. Ugh. She's like, you're going to have to go on by yourself. I'm like, I don't want to go on by myself. But I'm here. Oh, good. It's loud and clear. No echo, no nothing. Yeah, back. We are going to talk some good stuff. We're going to talk some serious royal gossip and stuff. But first, I just want to address the fact that I just found out that there was a terror attack in London, on London Bridge. 2 people were killed, I heard, by stabbing. My heart goes out to everybody and everybody, the victims who were involved. I really don't know much about it yet. I heard some information from Duty Ron, and it's never a good thing, but it's just really sucks that this has become like an everyday situation. Thank you. Oh, thanks everybody. I appreciate it so much. Yes, I'm just waiting on Lisa. She is having technical difficulty. She she got on her computer, and then when she got on her computer, it wouldn't let her click in. So she thinks she had a virus. Not sure. She's not responding to my text, so I'm waiting for her because I was not prepared to do this on my own. So, did everybody have a great Thanksgiving? Yes, we did. I wound up going to my sister's house. She lives about 45 minutes away from here, where I live, and got to spend it with my kids, my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother-in-law, and her 4 boys. So it was a really nice Thanksgiving. Um, you know, just a lot of food, everything else that everybody knows. But I didn't get to eat dessert yesterday. I didn't get any. Everything always has like wheat in it, and I can't eat wheat. Uh, Still waiting on Lisa. I wish she would hurry up because I am not prepared to be doing this by myself. So, yes, this is driving me crazy. I know that I didn't want to just leave everybody hanging and wait for her to do that, so that's why I came on. What else there? Oh, we went to see Frozen 2 today. It was really good. I'm not going to tell anybody about it, of course. I don't want to ever spoil it for anybody else who wants to see it. Let me say hi. Hi, Elvis. Red Rum Media is here. Thank you. Elvis is here, is in the building. The Bryan clan is here. Wolf Powers, thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. Lisa will be here shortly. I'm like, I've been preparing all day for this because we've been talking about this for a while. And see, as an American, I was introduced to the royal family because of my mom. My mom, when Princess Diana and Charles got, hey Vintage Mama, how are you? Thanks for coming in. We are going to get to everything shortly as soon as we have Lisa. I'm waiting on Lisa. So as soon as she comes in, we can get ready and start going. So yeah, I took my kids today to go see Frozen 2. It was a really good movie. It made me very emotional. I felt so stupid. But I got very, very emotional. I can't believe, oh my God, I'm going to kill her. Let me see. I gotta call her, see what's going on. She's like, oh, I have a backup plan.
Hello?
Are you coming?
Oh, God, yeah, I'm trying. We just tried to, it was a virus called
Oh,
Chromium.
no, she had a virus.
Yeah.
I'm on live now, so.
Okay, right. So it's a virus called Chromium. So we've just managed to uninstall what we think it is.
Wow.
and so we're just switching it off, switching it back on again. If it doesn't work, I've got my tablet, but I've
Okay.
just got to make sure it was not charged, so I'm just charging it up at the moment so that I can come on. So I can do it either way, but I'm just going to try this. So 5-10 minutes and I'll be on. I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't be. I'm running out of things to talk about because I wasn't
Oh,
planning on it.
I know. Nor was I. I'm so sorry. I didn't. It was fine. It's been absolutely fine, and it's just typical that it's when I actually want to use it and need it.
It doesn't
It's just
work.
typical.
It's very
Yeah.
typical.
I'm just so annoyed. I'm literally
Well, you're
mind
on.
tamping.
Everybody can hear you, so.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
She's coming. She's coming.
Okay, yes,
All
I
right.
will. I'll be there. Literally, we're just sorting it. I've got my daughter here and her friends on the phone, and we're all kind of between us trying to sort it out. But we just literally switched it off, switching it back on again. If it doesn't work, it's going to be my tablet. So I'll be there in literally 5-10 minutes, okay?
Okay. I can handle
All right,
that.
I'll see you in a sec.
Okay.
All
Bye.
right. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Could you hear her? She's basically just said she had a virus. They had to get rid of the virus, and she will be on within the next 5 minutes or so. So, how I got introduced to the royals, I can remember I was age 5, 6. I was age 6. Charles and Diana were getting married. I didn't know who they were. I didn't care. I really didn't, but my mom like insisted that I would get up and watch this wedding with me, my sisters, her. We had to get up at like I think it was 4:30 in the morning because the time difference and everything. Hey, Laura Daly, Mr. Shannonite's in the house. How you doing, Mr. Shannonite? Um, oh, good. You're listening while you're working. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm really, you have no idea. We've been so excited for this. So excited because, like I said, my mom drugged me into the royals, and ever since Prince Charles and Princess Diana got married, I've totally been into the royals and stuff like that. So when all of this stuff went down, and I had seen the Prince Andrew BBC interview, I was like, whoa. And I know that Lisa is a huge royal fan, but from, England. And I'm a huge royal fan. I'm from America. So I'm like, and they're like, oh, maybe 6% of people in England actually could believe what he said. And I knew that she really loved them. So I'm like, oh my God, she might be one of those 6% that actually believes true. So when I called her, and we talked about it, and she's like, no, 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 no. I'm like, oh, good. Oh, good. So I'm just waiting for her to come in. Once she does, it will get a little bit better than this because I am so sorry. I did not get ready for an individual thing. If I did, it would have been a little bit easier. Definitely. But I've been preparing. I got tons and tons of notes. I got like pages of stuff that I can't wait to talk about. But can't have a discussion by yourself. So, how was everybody's Saturday so far? Oh no, it was Friday. I keep forgetting. I took my kids to see Frozen 2 today, and when I went to take them to see Frozen 2, we decided to go to an early movie. It was like $10 to $12 cheaper than if you went to the nighttime, like the daytime or nighttime movie. So while we were watching the movie, or while we went to the movies, I go to the movies and I go to give the guy my ticket. The guy scans it off my phone and he goes, it's not going through. And he tried it like 2, 3, 4 times. He scans it again. It didn't beep. He goes, maybe you bought it for the wrong day. I went, oh God, no. And I looked. I bought it for Saturday. I'm so confused with the days that like I thought today was Saturday this whole time. I'm like, I forgot today's Friday. So yeah, so then thankfully the guy was able to help us. We had to sit in the front row, but at least it was those reclining seats that go all the way back, so you didn't have to like stretch your neck to watch the movie, and it worked out great. It was just fine. We were good, and we stayed to the end, and it was very funny. So if you do go to see Frozen 2, you have to wait till end of the credits. There is an ending like clip how they always have in most movies now. Um, it's, I mean, you have to wait to the, when you think that there's nothing left, there is nothing left. Like, there's more left. It's at, because I even said to, I asked the guy who worked there, I'm like, are we wasting our time sitting here, or is there something at the end? He goes, oh, there's something at the end, yeah. So I couldn't believe it. It was like literally the credits were over, and then the movie went blank, and then they showed another. It's a small scene. You can leave and probably look it up and find it. So you probably wouldn't have to sit through 7 minutes of uh, songs and reading of everything that they put in the credits. So definitely, if you go see it, definitely, you'll love it. It's a great movie because it deals with your kids growing up, and my kids are now 12 and 9. When that came out, that was what, 5, 6 years ago. They were really really young, and we, God, I think we went to the movies like 4 times to see it. And you saw Diana's wedding too, the bride clad. I did too. That was great. I know. I remember waking up and I just remember her dress. I'm like, wow, that's like a real. I didn't think princesses actually existed. I didn't think they were like still in the. That was in the 80s, early 80s. I didn't think they were. I didn't think they existed. Why? We hadn't heard of that stuff. The day aired the wedding here in the US, there was nothing else on the two channels available. That's so true. Yes, you only had like 5 channels to pick from. And yeah, my mom insisted I had to wake up at 4:30 in the morning to watch this thing. The good start didn't stuff till like around 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I could have slept in a little bit. She didn't care. If I was 6, I'm sure I was fine. Then I remember afterward they tried to shove Fergie on us. She's continuously hawking some of the some product or other. Oh, she I don't know about her, man. I just watched an interview with her because I've been doing like so much like research and watching all the different royal stuff. But man, she's got a temper on her, and she has no problem showing it on TV. I mean, it was an Australian, I think, I don't know if it was 60 Minutes or whatever it was, but she was on, and she flew off the handle with some reporter. And it was like he asked a question in a way she felt was what she said was tabloid-ish. And then like she shut the whole thing down, but then like 10 minutes later I'm like, I think this woman might be a little bit bipolar. I have no idea. But when she gets bad, man, she gets bad. And I'm like, whew, that is what fiery redhead she is. I have a porcelain Diana doll. Really? Oh, I loved Princess Diana. Like, I loved her. I thought Prince Charles was scum. I'm like, they should get rid of Charles and then keep Diana. But I saw that. Oh, you saw that? Yeah. I'm wondering, she's probably still having issues, or she would have been up here by now, because she was turning it off and turning it on. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what. I mean, this just shows this interview from BBC with Prince Andrew. It absolutely shows you the lack of, what would you call it? That we could understand. Like, he thought we're stupid. He thought the whole world was a bunch of stupid idiots that we couldn't see through these lies. Like, come on, you're a royal and you had a convenient place to stay in New York. Every place is a convenient place when you're a royal. That's bullcrap. Oh God, that was the one thing that set me off in that interview more than anything, was the fact that he said that was a convenient place, or, and we'll go into a lot of it, that he thought he was being too honorable. Oh my God, didn't apologize once for his actions, didn't apologize for any pictures, didn't say, the real victims, we should really hope that they find justice. Nothing. All about himself. All about Prince Andrew and how Prince Andrew works. And so he could get back to his royal life, royal duties, And the fact is, the man got up from that interview and thought, wow, I did a great job. How? How did he think he was doing a good job? That's what I don't understand. I mean, I'm a communications major, which a lot of people look at in the world as, I don't know, a Mickey Mouse kind of college credit or in master's or that I got it at my bachelor's in. So it was communications, but I learned a lot about different kind of nonverbal communications and things like that. And God, that's half the problem that he did. He all of his nonverbal communication completely showed through all of his lies. And that's exactly what the problem is. Like he just thought he could lie through it. And we were just going to believe it, and he was going to move on. He doesn't have he I don't I think he realizes it now, but the day that he left that interview, he had no idea, none at all. So, still waiting for Lisa coming in. I know that she's stressing. If you're listening, Lisa, don't stress. Well, we will manage here until you get here. Okay? And I do have drinks with me tonight, of course. Preying on the children is, yep, preying on the children is unacceptable. Yeah, and for the fact that he said that, uh, for the fact that he said, damn it, that's my home phone, and now it's throwing me. And then my mom and dad are calling at the same time, and that just threw me off completely. See, that's why I need Lisa here, because I lose my brain sometimes. Completely. Okay, yes, praying is unacceptable. Yeah, and he didn't even apologize to not one of those girls. Not anyone felt bad for them. He accused her that she might have doctored it, like someone might have doctored it. That was to say that, I mean, and that's basically saying these girls are lying. They're lying. You have these many girls that come forward, and the people who saw them. And if anybody thinks that Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide, please, please, it did not commit suicide. It just, it now it's just who matter got to him. That's what I think. I mean, that's my personal opinion. Because all of a sudden now the two guards who were watching Epstein have been arrested. Um, I'm not necessarily sure how and what they were charged with, but they lied. And oh, I mean, you had two guards that fell asleep at the same time. And like, oh, that happens a lot. During the same hours, the same time, during the same period, nobody got up. It's just a little bit too hard to believe. All of it was hard to believe. And yet, our government, the people in our governments, think that we are so stupid that we'll just, okay, that's what they said. No. 15, Fergie took 15. Really? How do you know that? Wolf powers. From what? Do you know? I did not see that. Everything that I looked for. Why would Fergie give Epstein 15,000 euros? That's a good question. I have no idea why that would happen. Charles is implicated as well. I didn't see that either. So is Philip. Now the whole family is involved. Where did you see this information? All of them, yes, really. Wolf powers, where did you get this information from? I mean, I have not seen this. The information that I'm hearing and I'm seeing is that Charles, William, and the Queen kicked um, kicked out Prince Andrew, and it was really all three of them came to this decision that while this investigation is going on, and that's what they're saying. They're not saying he's completely dismissed from all his royal duties, but for now he is. But I don't think he's ever going to be able to come back from this. It's been going on for decades. Wolf powers, yes, that I understand. I know that Jeffrey Epstein's been going on for decades. I just don't know how in depth. You seem to know a whole hell of a lot more information than I do. That's for sure. Oops. Here we go. Hello?
Hello, can you send the link? I'm going to have to do it on my pad. So can you send the link to this this one to this messenger. Is that right?
Yeah, I can do that.
It's just a nightmare. It's completely. I don't know what's. I'm gonna have to. It's absolutely screwed. To
I'm
be honest.
sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Not to worry. I just fed up with trying to sort it now, so I'm just gonna. I charged my laptop, my iPad, so I'll just do it on there. It's fine.
Okay.
No worries.
Okay.
All right then. Yeah, send it back.
I'm gonna send it to you now.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
Okay, she's ready. I just gotta send her the link again. Oops. Let me do this. Okay. Sorry that you have to watch me do this. I'm so sorry. But I got to send it to her. Okay. Sorry, everyone. I am so sorry. Here we go. The computer takes forever. All right. Paste. Send. All right. Now, I'm sure I looked super stupid doing this. All right. Out you go. There we go. Sorry, everybody. Ugh. This is what happens. Technical difficulties that happen all the time. Nothing you can do about it. Except just go with the flow. It is what it is. But at least she'll be on any second. And then we can really talk. Because I'm not very good at making conversation. Like, I see what you all are saying. I can converse with you. But when you guys come up, I can only see it. Like, it only goes by so slowly. Because I know I'm on some kind of delay. StreamYards always is. So, yes, Lisa should be coming in any minute. Think she's coming. Yep, she should have clicked on it. So she should be coming backstage any minute. I'm so sorry. Everyone's like watching going, where is she? Yeah, so Wolf Power, how did you know that all of this, let me see, I want to see what she wrote. It's all been going on for decades. I've never heard that. Yeah, Vintage Mama, neither have I. He let the side down. He failed to keep up appearances. It's not what he did. It's that he got publicity outed. They are all about appearances. Oh, of course. That's the only thing they are. Yeah, it's all about that they're supposed to be like the people who go out and help the family. They're supposed to be the ones who are supposed to keep government in check. From what I remember now, when Lisa gets on here, and she's from England, so she's better at this than I am. She can tell me. They are all about appearances. Yes, no worries. Thank you, Laura. I know. It's awkward. It's awkward when things kind of go awry. You have no way of controlling it. Up, up, up. Here she comes. There you are. Can you hear me?
What a palaver.
Oh no! Yeah. I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
No echo, right?
No.
Good. That works better.
Oh,
how's that?
Look at the state. I'm so sorry. I'm so flustered.
Don't be.
And running around and oh my gosh. So yeah, what a nightmare. I'm so sorry. Everything
Don't be
just
sorry.
goes
I just had to talk in circles for a couple of minutes. That's all.
So what I'll need to do, because I'm going to have it on my phone as well, because I won't see the chat.
Oh yeah, I do that all the time. I kind of go by that all the time.
Yeah, that's better for me. That layout is better for me for sure.
See, yeah, all good. I'm so sorry. And we were talking like there's so much more information that you could give on the royals. I can't.
Oh, you
like, well, you know more stuff. You know more about the royal family than we do.
Well, like, you know what? I'm not sure. I know that a lot of Americans are massive royalists, aren't they? They love the royal family, and I do.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I do. I do like the royal family. I think they do a good job, and But not everybody in this country does, to be fair. Not everybody does.
Oh, I know that. That I am aware.
Yeah, but I
A
know
lot of
that
people
America,
think they're just for spectacle. You
yeah.
could save so much money by getting rid of them. But where would
But
they go? Seriously, where
well,
would they go?
but apparently they do make more money for us than they take in taxes, if you see what I mean. So
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I
yeah,
heard.
yeah. So yeah, no, I think they do a really good job. And if we didn't have them, I think we'd miss them. So yeah, no, I'm a massive royalist. So hi everybody, by the way.
Hi.
I am
Yeah,
so
everybody's here. No, I'm just glad you're here. I was like
oh,
talking in circles. I'm like, oh, I was not prepared to do
yeah,
this on my own.
yeah, no, I know. It's just typical. It's just blooming typical, isn't it? That the one time that I really need to, and I'm all ready and I'm all prepared, and then something. It's just typical, really. But anyway, lovely to
Well,
see
it's lovely to see you
you.
too, my ginger friend.
Finally, finally.
So,
Dear.
hello, the Bryan clan is here. Vintage Mama is
Hi,
here. Laura Daly is here.
hi,
Wolf
Brian.
Powers is here. Carla Marie is here. Trisha Trisha Kelly is here. Bob Cook. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Hello, everybody. So lovely to see you. Thank you. And I am so sorry I'm late. I'm always late to the party. Ginger, always late. Always the
It's
last
weird,
one.
no, because I haven't been on my computer that much either. I mean, I kind of taken a bit of a break from YouTube, sort of,
Mm,
especially
yeah.
like content wise, considering like being in the hospital, coming out.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of crap going on YouTube everywhere. I just was
Hmm.
like, I'm gonna just stay out. I've been
Yeah.
watching. I've been around. I've been watching, but other than that, I'm like, ugh, I can't. I just can't. But
No, that's
that's
the
why when
thing.
I spoke with you, I'm like, let's talk about good gossip, gossip that we
That,
can all talk about. That
yes, absolutely. Stuff that we can discuss and have like a,
that
a
affects
proper
people.
chat. Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
So
I did
you've
state.
got notes.
What was that?
You've got notes going on there, I
I
see.
do. I have got lots of notes. I
Perfect.
took tons of notes.
Perfect.
All right. But let's talk about first, real quickly. Why don't you touch about the terror attacks? You know more about that
Yeah.
information than I do.
We did today have a terror attack. Have
Oh,
you already talked about this?
oh yes.
You have. Okay. Yeah. We've had
I touched on it slightly
yeah. Yeah.
because I didn't know that. I only heard it come from Duty Ron. So when
Yeah.
I came and I'm like, oh my god, we're about to just talk about the Royals and got to bring
Yeah.
this up at least.
Well, it's
And
London. It's London again. Same thing. I mean, the last terrorist attack that we had was also London Bridge, if you remember. Um,
yeah,
so this has happened again in the same place. I think so far, I think we've got 2 people that are dead and a few more injured. He was shot. He was wearing a fake suicide vest. Um, he
it was
was
a stabbing, wasn't it?
yes, he was stabbing. He stabbed people. Yeah, there was no yeah. Normally, I mean, the last one was a vehicle that was driven, and everybody it killed a lot of people. But this time, he was just randomly stabbing people. He was wearing a fake suicide. Oh, members of the public wrestled the knife off him.
Okay,
Amazing. That's incredible to me that people, just normal everyday people that were doing they actually went and wrestled the knife off him. I find that incredible. Absolutely
it's
incredible.
super brave, and it could
Absolutely,
also be a huge mistake at the same time.
absolutely. But I think sometimes adrenaline and everything else kind of takes over, and I think
Yeah,
and
you
that's what
just
happened.
and you have no idea how you're going to act when you're
No,
actually
no,
in that
no,
type of situation.
absolutely. And so they wrestled the knife off him, and obviously apparently the police got there very, very quickly, really quickly, and he was shot dead by the police. There are actually quite a few already videos going around of him getting shot, and he was wearing a fake suicide bomb vest, so he was obviously planning on.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
phony.
yeah, it was phony, yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
But he was obviously going to
Jesus.
use it to try and manipulate something. I don't know. But yeah, not good. Not
No,
good.
that's not good at all. Red Rum Media has walked in. Kazbat is here.
Hi,
Hi, Kaz.
hello. Hi.
Vince's mama's still here. So and Nick Nack 1979 is here.
Hi, Nick Nack.
Hello.
Hello.
So glad everybody came in to listen. So glad that we're all here now. Now, do you have at least a drink with you?
I do.
Okay.
I
I'm
have one
like,
here.
what you got there?
It's only Coke at the moment. I'm being very, very good at the moment.
Oh, I'm not.
But I
Be
might
bad
make
with me.
it. Oh, shall I? I was going to say I might make it a little bit stronger.
Here, you know
But
what's really funny? And I didn't even realize this. I bought ciders. I'm like, oh, it kind of goes with the theme.
what's? Oh! Oh yes, it does.
I'm like, that's weird.
It does. It does. Well done. I'm having
That's a
look.
that's a cider. So the guy at the liquor store was like, hey, yeah, he was telling me all these ciders, and there's certain ciders I should stay away from if I have celiac, and so he was like giving me the 411, and this is actually a Philadelphia cider, proudly brewed in
Oh,
Philadelphia.
from Philadelphia.
Yes,
Awesome.
it's
I'm
from
having a look. I'm
Philadelphia.
just having a look at the messages while I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Hi, Bells. Hello. Hi, Jake. How are you doing? And if you see Sophie Rachel, that's my daughter. So she said that she'd pop on and say hello as well. But I didn't realise I was going to be this late, to be honest. But there you go.
None of us
Hi.
did, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I managed. I mean, I did have this backup. So it would have been awful if I couldn't have come on at all. That would have been horrendous. But yeah, I'm a bit late, but better late than never.
Late is better late than never.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, so where do you want to start?
Let's get on with this BBC interview.
Yeah. Do we want to start with kind of everyone? I'm sure everyone knows about Jeffrey Epstein and what happened.
Epstein, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very familiar with that. If they're not, let us know and we can go over it and say what happened.
If not, you must be living under a rock. I mean, no matter where you turn, this story's everywhere. I mean, from all the way from Australia all the way back around here. It's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't make it any better that it basically it actually has a ton of people. A lot of celebrities were on his list, and the royals. But see, Trump was also one of his friends. Yes. Trump knew he was a scum. Now I gotta say this. I'm not a fan of Trump, but he ditched him a long time ago.
Yeah.
Where someone said that Clinton ditched him after his first arrest. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Is that true?
I'm not sure. Actually. I have to be honest. I think Bill Gates also, wasn't he?
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
I might be wrong. I'm going over. I've been over so much stuff and researched so much stuff. I'm really worried that
It's been interesting to say the least. I mean, but terrible at the same time.
Yeah,
absolutely terrible.
Correct. The fact that women have been. I mean, it's just a horrible situation, and it should never have happened. But it has, and that's what we're trying to kind of understand.
And unfortunately, it's like when everyone be like, oh, everybody thought it was like a hoax, like trafficking, and now we're like, holy crap, it's really real, and like young girls and women are just vanishing and never being found.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing, and unfortunately, it does happen probably far more than we realise. It happens. Well, it does. And it's.
I am a crazy paranoid mom.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Like there's just certain times she's like, "Mom, can I do?" Nope. Yeah, you're not going.
I agree with you totally.
Even if it's only 2, like I'm still not happy. Because easily 2 can be taken.
Oh, yeah.
And my daughter is like soaking wringing wet at 80 pounds.
Yeah.
So, and she's tall, but she's so thin. And so she could easily be swept away. So that always freaks me out. Me out.
I mean, we have to realise that it doesn't happen that much. You know what I mean? It's a very small minority of people in the grand scheme of things in the world, but it does happen. And it's
it does.
It's good to have your wits about you. That's all. You can't wrap kids up in cotton wool too much, because then they'll just end up being terrified of everything.
I'm
Which
so
is
sorry. You know what? I'm just realizing here, everybody. Oh my goodness. So Trump was
what.
involved. My chat froze, and as a matter of fact, I've heard a lot of people complain about this stuff from StreamYards, that your chat just freezes, and that's what happened with mine because I'm not
Oh, okay.
seeing. I've missed just about everything.
Hi, Jess. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Village Mama.
Hey Carla, how come?
Vintage,
What
vintage,
did
not
what
vintage, vintage. Sorry.
what happened with Wolf Powers, Carla Marie? Why was Wolf Powers taken out? Let me see. I think it helps that British tourism, that is no big deal when American women and children are trafficked and raped there, and these crimes are ignored by Scotland Yard.
Oh, my daughter's in. Hi, Sophie.
Hi,
Hi,
Sophie.
Sophie. What's the Panama Papers? Somebody said, "Do you know about the Do you know about the Panama Papers?"
The Panama Papers.
Mm.
Wow, I thought I did my research. Obviously, I didn't do my research
Well,
so
no, I
well.
don't have either because I don't know about the Panama Papers either. I feel a bit silly now.
No,
Should have maybe
Coast, I
done a bit.
don't. Yeah, no. But
We
I
need.
mean, I do want to just talk about the interview itself. Number one,
Mhm. Yeah.
like what what possessed him that he thought this was a good idea?
Well, that's the thing. Apparently his chief assistant or whoever it is that looks after him has actually resigned because he advised him absolutely against doing this interview. Said it was going to be it's a really bad idea, not something you should be doing. And Andrew ignored him. So he has since resigned. So he is no longer anything to do with Andrew. There were rumours that it was the Queen had said that he should do it. There were rumours that she had said advised him that he should. But now it seems that she didn't actually know anything about it until it had actually happened. So that's kind of changed as well. That she wasn't aware. Although, to be honest, if it was
Mm-hmm.
done at Buckingham Palace, I would have thought she would have to be aware. Maybe she wasn't aware of the scale of it or what exactly was the situation, but it was done inside Buckingham Palace. So you would assume the Queen would have some knowledge as to what was happening in her home. Do you know what I mean? I can't
Right.
see wouldn't, to be honest.
I
But yeah.
mean, I know that some people talked to him. He had his PR people completely like bailed on him. Like this is a really bad idea.
Mhm,
Don't do
mhm.
this. Should have
Yeah.
listened to those people. Those people were right. And he thought he was going to do damage control when in actuality he just created way more chaos.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. And apparently as well, he was very pleased with how it went
I
afterwards.
know.
He
That's
was
what I
very.
was saying.
Mhm.
Like he got up and was like, "Oh, I did well."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
And
no, you
apparently
didn't.
no, but he was telling people, apparently he was talking to people afterwards and saying, oh, yes, it went extremely well. I think
Oh,
I came across really well. And oh my goodness.
like
Oh
how
my.
out of touch do you have
Mhm.
to be to think that that went well?
Yes, exactly. But then he is incredibly, I mean, he's got a lot of yes men around him. I mean,
Oh, they all do.
anyone in a position of power has an awful lot of yes men. And if you want to, you can kind of filter out the no men and just concentrate on the yes men, depending on. And I think maybe he's become quite arrogant because of that. And so sometimes people in that kind of position, and he's also got diplomatic immunity. So he is, in effect, above the law, isn't he? Anyone
Mm-hmm.
in the community is in effect above the law. And I think maybe you get maybe a kind of an arrogance about the fact that you can get away with anything. Maybe. I mean, I'm just guessing. I've never been in that position. I've never wanted. I would never want to be in that position ever.
Oh
It's not.
no, 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 no. Me either.
Um,
Oh my,
no.
like growing up, I was like, oh, like ugh. I would think like you would have everything you could ever want.
Yeah.
You could only be happy. When in
No.
actuality, everybody says, the more money you
Yeah.
have, the more problems
the more
you
problems.
have.
Absolutely, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Um, Money doesn't necessarily buy you happiness, and neither does
Hi,
power.
Robbie. Hi, Wolf Powers. Wolf Powers is back.
Hi,
Hi, Vintage Mom. Casbat is still in the house. Yes.
hi,
Sophie. Hi, Sophie.
Kat.
Thanks for doing everything, Sophie. Really.
Oh, she was amazing.
Thank you. Hi,
Yeah, she
Jessica. How are you?
had
The problem is they are in a huge way above the law. But that's what they're trying to do now. Is they're
yeah,
trying to say, like, especially when it comes down to this sex trafficking stuff, that nobody's above this shit.
absolutely.
Nobody.
Yeah,
Nobody
absolutely.
is.
And nobody should be.
Mm-mm.
Nobody should be. Why should anybody be immune? And why should anybody be above anything? They shouldn't. Everybody is the same in the grand scheme of things. So why should they? They need to. Whoever has done wrong needs to be punished. Needs to be punished.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get away with it. They cannot get away with ruining people's lives, which ultimately they've done. They've ruined so many young girls' lives, and they shouldn't be allowed to
And
get away
that
with it.
and
They
I'm
deserve it.
that's not shit that you can just brush off either. That stuff
Exactly.
stays with you
Yeah.
for a
Mm-hmm.
long, and like
Oh yeah, of
to
course.
know
Yeah.
that these girls were like trapped by him,
Mm-hmm.
couldn't go out, had to do what he
Yeah.
said, and like they were coerced into it by this woman. How do you say her? Is it Giselle?
Oh, it's a Ghiaine. Yeah. It's Ghislaine.
Is it
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine? Okay,
Mm,
I wasn't sure.
yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell. Well,
Yeah.
apparently she's living here in New England.
Well, you see, she disappeared again.
She's
Why is she? Why has she just disappeared? Where's she gone?
she's
What's
in
she?
New
Why?
she's in New England, in a mansion, living in New England.
But why? Why is she not? Because apparently she was the one that
I
was procuring these girls. So
Well, I think the reason was I don't think they knew where she's been, and honestly, I just heard within the past couple of days that they found her in New England,
hmm
and the information came out today that I saw that she was furious about the Prince Andrew interview. Furious.
why?
Because he blamed everything on her, and it was all her. And she's
But
like, I
she's no.
protected the royal family. I'm not, and like, that's what it could be
hmm
gossip, but it was all like, it was the first thing I saw when I looked up Prince Andrew today. I'm like, ooh. Ooh, and I also saw. Now I don't know if this makes any sense to anybody. Where was it?
hmm
That where'd it go? Shoot. He has been axed from. Well, where did I put that information? He with when it came to the Navy. Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm looking for it now. I wrote it down, and I don't know where I wrote it to. Darn it all. Who's the sweep?
He's been accessed a lot of places.
Oh,
But
he's been axed. Oh, yes,
oh
but this
yeah,
this was something that was new. He was like
his
the admiral of the sea or something
uh,
it was called.
yeah,
Yeah, and he's been that
he's
for
fine.
like 27 years.
He has,
Gone.
yeah. Gone. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Well, all of this have been moved out of Buckingham Palace as well. He has no offices in Buckingham Palace anymore. That's all been moved out. So they are basically they are trying to distance themselves from this whole thing. And as I don't know if you realise that he is kind of the favourite of the children.
That's
Um,
what I'm hearing. And
yeah. So
and it's funny because I thought, everybody would have thought it was Charles, but apparently she doesn't have a lot of faith in him.
Um, I don't know about that. I just know that of all of them, he was always kind of the pet. He was the one that got on. She got on with and was just closest to really. So I don't know. Maybe they're very different characters. Andrew and Charles are completely different characters, to be honest. Um, so she just felt more of an affinity with Andrew. So she will be devastated by all of this. She will be. And she's not. She's getting on. I mean, what is she now? 90 something.
She
So she,
is 93.
yeah, 93. So I mean, she doesn't need any of this now. She
Well,
doesn't.
news just came out that by the age of 95, she's looking to step, like, not
Yes.
completely step down, but
No,
kind
she's
of handing it over to Charles.
Yes, yeah.
And she
Charles,
will
yeah.
still be queen until
Yeah.
she dies.
Hmm.
But
Yeah. But she'll be handing.
if at the rate this is going, Charles may die first.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Because, yeah, he's not getting any younger either, is he? So,
No. And
very,
if Andrew, and isn't Charles like 10 years older than Andrew?
Hi, Lily, and thank you. Lily likes my accent.
J Bells. Thank
What
you,
was
J
that?
Bells. Lily.
Thanks, Lily. What
I'm
was?
sorry. I'm trying to keep up with everybody, but I'm also trying to listen at the same time. I'm like,
Yeah, it's so no, but it's lovely. I love the fact I want people to give their feedback and say what they think. This is the whole point, wasn't it? Was to
well,
get
see,
what.
a lot of things for me when I looked at this interview was to find out what his nonverbal communication was. Because
Yes.
I have studied communications. I'm pretty good at picking up that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Although there are people who can lie straight to my face and I completely believe them. But, like, he's so out of touch that his lying, he'll get caught
Mm-hmm.
right away.
Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
he's so out
Yeah.
of touch with reality.
Did you?
He doesn't know
Did
how to
you?
lie.
Did you
I mean, he
notice how
probably does.
he did a lot of this, didn't he? A lot of this. Yes. 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 A lot
Yes.
of the say yes.
And no,
Yeah.
no,
Mm-hmm.
no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But so a lot of his, and it's very hard to disguise your emotions through your body language. Very hard.
And I'm
You
not
can't.
being rude to say this in this way, but he looked awful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He looked like the bags under his eyes. I was like,
Yeah.
holy God, didn't somebody like give you makeup?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Didn't
And that
someone
was
say,
and
what's
that
the
was
makeup
another.
on?
He was. I mean, you said that Ian kind of said that he was blaming her for everything. Well, he was basically saying that he wasn't a friend, that he wasn't a friend of his, and that it was
Yeah.
really through her that he knew this guy. But if that was the case, then why did he feel the need to travel all the way to America just to talk to him face to face
Mm-hmm.
and break a friendship? I mean, if it wasn't that much of a friendship anyway, then why did he need to do that? Why and spend 4 days with somebody?
Because he said it was the honorable thing to do, and that he's too guilty of being honorable.
So if he's that honourable, then where's that honour for the girls? That this guy. I mean,
None.
at this point,
None.
he'd already been prosecuted and sentenced for minor for abusing minors. The honour for them. He's like, oh, I'm honourable, and I had to. So what? Where's that honour for these poor girls that he was? Doesn't make any sense. And also, apparently, that was in 2010, right? That he had that meeting with him in the park. Is that right?
Yeah, that was 2012, I think. Or was it 10? It was either 10 or 12.
Mm-hmm. Because he said that he hadn't seen or had any contact. If you remember in the interview, he said he hadn't had any contact with him since 2006.
That's
and
bullshit.
the next contact he had was 2010. So if they were that great friends and he hadn't had any contact between 2006 and when he saw him, why did he need to do none of it makes any sense
Nope.
to me. None of it.
To go break up with his friends for a 4-day trip.
When he has had no contact with him for 4 years. Where's the sense in that?
Normally it just kind of dissipates if that's what's going on.
Well, yeah. So he must have had some contact in 4 years. Because would you do that? Would you think, oh, actually, yeah, I better break friends now. I haven't seen this person for 4 years, but I better go over and spend 4 days with them. And
I think I would feel weird if, like, there's a friend of mine I could think of, and we didn't have a falling out by no means whatsoever. And it's just that she's in a different place in her life than I am right now, and we kind of grew apart. But I feel very weird calling her because we haven't talked in like 5 years. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not that I'm mad at her. We just haven't seen each other.
Well, that's it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure if you picked the phone up, it would be like yesterday.
I'm sure. She was one of my bridesmaids, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Lisa H. Hi, Lisa H. My
Lisa
lovely. How are you?
H.
Hello. Um. So yeah, is anybody saying anything? I don't know.
We have some people. He traveled to New York City to see what kind of dirt Epstein had on him. Wolf Powers has been in here saying a lot of stuff. And a lot
Yeah.
of stuff Wolf Powers has been saying, I've been quite interested in because this is not stuff that I've heard. I'm like, look at me, I'm all getting like, if you haven't noticed, I'm sitting on my bed, and now I'm like sitting up Indian style. This is going to wind up killing my back at some point, but oh well. Um,
Yeah.
but no,
Um.
let me give you his exact
Yeah.
quote that he said because I wrote it down because I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
My judgment was colored,
Oh.
colored, colored, colored. Like what color? What
Well,
color
that's
was it?
yeah.
Was colored by his tendency to be too honorable.
But that's the thing. There's very skewed honour. Really skewed honour. Like I
In
said, where's the honour for the poor girls? Why would
that,
you
could
feel?
you imagine? That is the most outrageous thing I've
Yeah.
ever heard. I'm
Hmm.
too honorable. When
Yeah.
everybody already thinks you're conceited and already knows you're up, try to come down to the people's level. Don't
Hmm.
pull yourself above everybody or you're going to be, it's going to, oh, he made it so bad. And then
Yeah.
not only that, like the whole I don't sweat. Okay?
That.
I looked
Yes.
into this
Yeah.
crap, okay?
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
did because he said it had to do with something being in the Navy. He suffered an
Absolute
injury.
rubbish.
Now,
Rubbish.
if
Rubbish.
he did, now I'm just saying,
Hmm.
let's just say he has it on his kneecap, right?
Okay.
That's where he was injured. Those pores from that area does not sweat. If the man did not sweat and was doing the dancing and what he was apparently doing with these girls,
You die
he would have had
of
a hot heat stroke.
yeah, 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 yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And we
Absolutely.
saw him like sweating in clubs. Like they have, oh, they must have. It could have been doctored.
But it's been debunked. That whole thing that he said has been debunked by medical experts saying that is not a condition. That does not
It's
happen.
not.
There
I
are
mean,
three. There are things. There are three conditions that
right.
stop people from sweating. Just three, and that was not one of them. So what I don't understand is why say something that can so easily be debunked?
But he
Why?
never. I really
I don't
think
think he was
he's
thinking at the time.
so arrogant to
Yeah,
believe that we'll
yeah,
believe anything he says because he
yeah.
came on an interview.
I agree. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I think, and that's what I mean when it comes down to arrogance. He's too arrogant.
Yep. I totally agree with that. He's
Somebody.
way arrogant, and like I like I said, I looked into this whole sweating thing, and it says some people who aren't able to sweat typically because their sweat glands are no longer functioning properly. And if that was your whole body, as we said, he would have a heat stroke and die. It's fatal.
Oh, it would. Yeah, that's what your sweat
It's
glands are for.
fatal.
They're to cool you
Now,
down,
they
stop you
do say
overheating.
if there's a part of your body that may have been injured and those glands have been injured, then just that part of your body may not.
Yeah.
That's a
Hmm.
big difference than
Absolutely.
your
Yeah.
whole body not being able to sweat. And that's what
Yeah.
he made us try to believe, that his whole
Yes.
body didn't
But
sweat.
that
Although
was
he
all.
was sweating so bad.
Absolutely. That was all he. Do you know what would have been interesting is if we could have seen him sweating in the.
He had like the drips coming
Yeah.
down his face as he's
Yeah.
saying it. I was waiting for it. Really? I'm like, no.
That would have been cool.
Really?
Hmm.
And see, one thing is
Yeah.
like, I guess it must be in my sister's a prosecuting attorney for the
Okay.
state of Oregon,
Hmm.
and I guess that's why I get into this stuff. Like I've always been into this stuff, and she's always been into this stuff too. My other sister's not, but I like there's part of me that oh, I should have been like a detective, and then I'm like I couldn't handle the blood. No way, I couldn't
Oh
do it.
God, no, no, no,
Mm-mm.
no. I mean, you either can or you can't. I think if you can't, you can't, and if you can, and that's it. I don't think there's any.
Right, right, right.
Mm.
And by the way, I did look it up. And the name of the real condition that you could have and that they say that is fatal is anhidrosis,
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you're the one who knows all the sickness better than I do. So
No, well, no, that's more a doctor thing, to be honest. But yeah, but it is, and you will if you don't, but you will. You have to be very careful. You have to manually cool yourself down because you don't have it's not doing it automatically, which is will of course it'll lead to heat exhaustion and death actually in the end if you don't do it properly.
and this probably sounds mean, but it's not mean. But there's probably two people in the family who are like, whoo, thank God. And that would be Harry and Meghan. Take the
Yeah,
heat off of
um,
us for a while.
absolutely, absolutely, actually,
They must be like, thank you, Uncle
yeah,
Andrew.
yeah. If it's off him, it's off us, and that's yeah, absolutely, yeah,
Oh, because I
absolutely.
mean, they've been going through a whole
They
lot of
have,
crap going,
they,
and
yeah, they have.
they're young. They're super young. Like, and a lot of people hate her because she's an American. Is that correct?
I've not, personally, I haven't talked to anyone that hates her because she's American. Absolutely not. No, no.
Because I would say the news here leads us to believe the two reasons why she's not liked is because she's an American, an actress,
Mhm.
and she's from Africa. She's
No.
part African American, and
Oh, for
that the
goodness.
royal
Well,
family does not want that in their family. That's what they say here. Like I'm. This is what
no.
I've heard on
Well,
like E.
if that was the case, I don't think Prince Charles would have walked her down the aisle for a start, which
No,
he
I
did.
totally agree.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
would.
I agree with that. But
Um,
you
and
know
I
how
don't.
the media is. I mean, I'm just literally taking this from the media's mouth. That's all.
Yeah,
I
I've
mean, this
not
is not my thought.
I've got absolutely, I don't hate her. I don't have anything against her. I don't see why he can't marry who he wants to marry. It's entirely his choice. Just
Well,
because
because
she's Indian doesn't
didn't
make
they
any difference.
didn't they have used to have arranged marriages at some point, like before
They
the
used to,
queen?
yeah, the kind of,
Oh, I lost you. Whoops.
they
My
married,
fault.
they married, I'm
Sorry.
back.
You're back.
If you're bored, you can just tell me. You don't have to just switch me.
That's not what I did. I feel like White Tiger with these headphones on like this.
You look good.
White
Oh,
Tiger.
Mrs. Roger Rabbit has her pink ones, doesn't she?
Well, I was
Um,
gonna buy a new set. My husband's like, "Don't. I got these." And then he like gave me these. I'm like, "Oh God, I was
I've
just
kind
about
of
to buy
got mine.
myself."
I've kind of got mine on.
Really? Oh,
um,
your ear.
oh my goodness. Um,
As I
so
said, I
yeah,
knew this would turn into some laugh factory at some point.
I know, always the way, always the way. What was I saying?
We were talking about
Yeah,
Megan.
they used to marry within
Right.
like the family, like somebody maybe Philip, like Spain, the royal family of Spain, because of course Prince Philip was
He's Greece, right?
he's from yeah, but they're related. I think they're cousins. Him and the Queen are cousins, I think, or something.
Kissing cousins?
They're cousins, I think, or second cousins, or something like that. They
Okay.
are in some kind of way, which most of the royal families are, to be honest. But it's only been recently, in recent years, that the members of the royal family are actually marrying outside. Look at Kate. Kate had nothing to do with the royal family. Meghan has nothing to do.
But
So it's only
I was
recently
going to
that
say
people.
Diana didn't. Diana was a commoner, too, wasn't she?
No, she wasn't. Well, no, she wasn't. She was a lady, wasn't she?
Oh
Um,
yeah, she
yeah,
was.
she was
I
part
always
of the
forget
Spencer
that.
family, the landed gentry, and yeah, and of course they're all related to the royal family and everything as well, kind of down the line. So it's really only been recently that people have started marrying outside of the royal family, which I think is wonderful. I think it's it.
I think it is
Yeah,
too. It's kind of
definitely.
what our world is becoming is one big giant
Yeah,
melting pot. So why
and
not?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely.
Hello, Mrs. Roger Rabbit. She's here
Oh, we're just
now.
talking about. We were just talking. I'm having a drink now, James. I'm having a drink.
Casbat says, I don't have any prejudice about Megan. I loved her in Suits, and it's not relevant. I agree. I
Yeah,
completely agree. That's,
yeah, absolutely.
a lot of people here kind of thought, all right, she was kind of doing it for the attention. And I don't think so anymore because to put
Yeah.
up with the crap that she puts up with, you really gotta love somebody.
God, absolutely. And do you know what? If she did or if she didn't, it doesn't matter. That's up to them. That's their
That's their
relationship.
marriage,
It
not
does,
ours.
that's up to them. That's up to
Mm-hmm.
them. And we shouldn't have anything to do with it, really. Not really. And it's not like he's going to be on the throne. It's not like do you know what I mean? He's not somebody that we're going to be ruled by. He's still a normal person.
Oh yeah,
So mm, yeah.
I agree. He's more normal, I think, than anybody in the family.
My brother met both of them,
William and Harry,
William and Harry together in their house in um
Kensington Palace.
it was not in Kensington Palace. No, I'm trying to think where it was because he was working in. He worked years ago. My youngest brother worked for the official royal photographer,
Okay.
and they basically would go round, and if there were parties and stuff, they would go and take all the photos of all the celebrities, and he was the assistant to him. So he met a lot of celebrities and all this kind of thing. Anyway, one day they went to Highgrove. It was in Highgrove, and they went there. He went with the official, I think it was called Paul, the photographer, and they were shown in and they were taken in, and they got to the house, and they said, "Oh, go into the kitchen, and they'll make you. Well, you can have a cup of tea and wait until we get everybody in." And he walked into the kitchen, and he said there was a lad. This was years ago, so they would have been kind of late teens at the time, late
Mm-hmm.
teens, 20s. And there was one guy sat on the side, like on the kitchen counter, swinging his legs. And there was another one like getting stuff out of the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
And Rich just said, "Oh, he didn't really kind of take." And then all of a sudden, he realised it was William and Harry, and they were. They said, "Oh, do you
How
want?" And
old were they?
they were literally like 19, between like late teens, early 20s,
Okay.
because it was a long time ago. And he said that they were amazing. They were so friendly and so down to earth. They asked him if he wanted a sandwich. They were going to make him a sandwich. And he said they were just like they were really, really lovely, really nice lads. Um, and it was just, he said it was just like talking to a normal person. They were just wonderful. And they were just sat there in the kitchen chatting with him. I
That's
offered him
crazy.
a sandwich and a cup of tea, and it was just, he was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing."
Well,
But yeah,
Diana kind of normalized them a little bit.
mm, I think so. I think
Mm-hmm.
so. Yeah, and which is good. That is good. I think they needed that. But
Especially what those poor kids went through when their mother died. Like I remember watching that, like going, how do you do that as a child and
yeah,
walk behind that, like,
that
and
was that
being.
was horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
That was horrendous.
And it really
Really,
affected
really, really bad.
Harry.
Oh yeah. Oh well, it would. I mean, and the thing is, it was like this. It looked like his suit was too. He was so little. It looked like his suit was too big, and he was walking along, and that made it even more sad to watch that happening.
Now the person, there was another person who walked. That was Lady Diana's
That was,
brother, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah. That was her brother. He walked with them, and he was the one that
Or
did the
over here.
speech. He was the
Uh,
one that did the speech. Do you remember
right,
the
and
speech
he also
where
walked, but he also walked with the boys, right?
he did? Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he did. But he was the one that did the speech where everybody, all you could hear was all this applause from everybody outside the cathedral and inside the cathedral, because he basically um, said that he was going to keep the boys away from everything that that his sister had been affected by, and he just
Mm-hmm.
gave a speech. Try Google it. Google his
I'm gonna have
speech.
to Google it. I don't remember it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was quite, and it got a massive, massive reaction from everybody at the time, because of course everything that was going on with Diana at the time wasn't great.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
she was getting a lot of heat for stuff that really wasn't her fault.
oh, well, that's it.
By
Yeah,
no means.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, Charles was way worse than she was, and it was because he was going to be the king that they didn't put that stuff out there.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Mhm.
weird.
Yeah.
But what else?
We're
I
going
have
off on a
so many.
bit of a tangent here, aren't we?
We're still staying in the royals.
Still the Royals, yeah,
Still
that's
the
true.
Royals. We haven't
Mhm.
really gotten too much off topic.
No.
But yeah, we've been doing good.
Yes. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
I
We're
am
gonna,
too.
yeah,
So yeah, like just with me, just his just whole. I mean, just him being deceptive, the way how
yeah.
deceptive he was, and just that he thought he was being good at it. No, not at all.
No, he wasn't. The body, as you were talking about the body language, I noticed somebody in the chat said that if anybody knows anything about body language, then they can see that he was lying.
Oh God, yeah.
Unfortunately,
And that's until she wound up dead. Yeah, by the Royals. Diana was the
yes,
best
I agree
PR
with
they
that.
ever had.
Yeah,
I agree
yeah,
with that.
yeah,
I
I agree.
totally agree with that. Let me see. He fought for them to be able to take that walk too. They didn't want to do the full state funeral, but he knew the boys needed her to be honored and respected like that for their own well-being.
Mm.
I also understand that, but the kids, Mrs. Roger Rabbit, like William and Harry, like they didn't want to walk behind that. Like that was like something that Prince Philip talked them into doing. Correct? Because
I believe so.
yeah, because they didn't want to do it, and
Mm,
then somehow they were very close with their grandfather. They were very close
mm,
to Prince Philip, and he
yeah,
had stated, "If you guys do it, then I'll do it too." So they decided to do it. So it was really Prince Philip who really got them to walk,
yeah.
although they didn't want to.
They didn't know.
No, I who
Mm,
would? Who
bless them.
would?
Well, it's an awful
Exactly.
lot of people watching you on a day that you don't want to
You
be
don't want to
watched.
be watched.
Yeah.
Does anyone believe she was intentionally killed after seeing the documentary?
Oh, there's a different video. There are, oh my goodness. I have got my theories.
State your theories. I'd love to hear them.
No, I don't, well,
They're
I
your
don't know.
opinions. You're allowed to have an opinion.
I know, but I, there's a lot that doesn't add up with that whole thing, an awful lot that I have tried to get my head around and not had much luck getting my head around it. Yeah, there's a lot that doesn't make sense to
I
me about
agree.
that,
I
uh,
agree.
basically.
It's it was a weird case. It was something that we had never
Yeah,
seen. And it was like the paparazzi was involved, and
yeah.
um,
And
and
there
it
was a car,
happened in a tunnel
and there was a car. There's a car that still hasn't been traced, which I find incredible.
all these
That
years.
all and also the cameras. They normally had cameras in that tunnel, didn't they? And all the cameras weren't working that particular
I didn't
day.
know if they had cameras in there or not.
Yeah, pretty sure they had, and that they weren't working at that particular time. Um, and then they had this car that was very a big major part in all of this that has since not been traced, which is also bizarre to me that they can't trace a car. But there you go. So there's a lot, yeah, there's a lot that doesn't make any sense to me.
Kaz puts, I'm very proud of those young boys for walking with their mom's funeral. I can't even
Absolutely.
imagine what they have gone through.
I can't.
Exactly, Kaz.
I sobbed when I watched. I wasn't the only one. I think probably everybody
Everybody did.
was
Over
was
here, we did too.
everybody was sobbing watching them. Bless them.
We call it, what
Ark,
is Arkanside?
Arkansas. I've no idea.
What is Arkanside?
Don't know.
Wolf Powers has been filled with all much
Yeah.
of wonderful information today, like stuff that I don't know that I totally want to look into. I'm like, really, Mary?
Oh,
Oh, hello, honey. How are you? We were supposed to go out the other day, but she wound up getting having a little bit of an issue with her chronic stuff. So if
oh,
anybody understands that, that's me. I mean, I totally get the chronic issue, and
mm,
because like that's how I am. I have to kind of play it by ear every time I, I ran into a, a friend of mine from high school. She, well, All right, here's how it goes. My sister is married to a guy I was friends with in high school and then dated in college. And she's married to his brother.
Hmm.
So I still see his mom. Get it?
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Yeah, weird, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's okay. That's all good.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So, and she knows that, her and her son and I are still friendly.
Yeah.
My husband knows I dated him.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's awkward.
Everyone
It's
has a
very
past.
awkward.
Everyone has a past. That's
It
basically.
wasn't like a bad past, for
No,
Christ's
no,
sake.
but
It was
that's
just
it.
my past.
But everyone does. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Good or
Yeah,
bad, everyone has one, don't they? So
yeah,
all good.
yeah. So
Um.
it was funny because she says something to me the other day, and I say something to Grace yesterday, and it was like very direct. And his mom looks at me and goes, "Oh, you talking to me?" I said, "Are you kidding me? No, you scare me." Maybe two glasses of wine. I was like, "No, I didn't say that to you. You scare me to death."
Oh, oh, bless. Oh, that Arkansas.
Arkansas,
What
yes. Here,
I said. Oh, you're going to put it up.
here. Whoop. Arkansas is to do with Arkansas. Don't drag us Brits in. LOL.
No, but before
Okay,
that,
that's kind of what I thought it was. That kind of has to
before
do
that,
more with the Clintons.
before that, it's actually explained by Wolf Power. He says before Kazis that. There we go.
Reference to the many mysterious. Oh well, that's the Clinton body count. We're all aware of that one. Yeah, we're all
Yeah.
aware that the Clintons kill people.
Mm.
That's not a secret. That is not a well kept secret by no means. And yet
Yeah.
nobody does anything about it. Nobody does anything about it.
But that's the
It
thing
it
because maybe they can't. Maybe they
and like
can't
see
because
all of
because
these
power
some
because people in power are always gonna means
maybe it's
Windsor.
Windsor side.
Do you know what we tend to call things gates here?
Oh, you're everything. Well, that every government thing here is a gate. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's well, anything here is a gate. We had Diana Gate, we had Camilla Gate, we had everything seems to be a gate here. So um, yeah, we have gates here. A lot of gates. Gate
We
now.
had Watergate. We had there were so many gates between Nixon and Clinton, and yeah, we had a lot of them.
Yeah, yeah,
But the funny thing is that when it came to Bill Clinton, I loved him. Oh my God, I loved him. Like
yeah.
he had me at the very beginning. The day he played saxophone at our City Hall show in the '90s, that was it. He had my vote, and I was
And
young, and I was
that was
stupid.
Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton, Bill
Yeah,
Clinton. That's when he
yeah.
was first running, and we were like, "Wow, this guy's so relatable. We like him because he didn't
Mm,
seem like this crustedy uppity president who
yeah,
was way better and bigger than us." And then you go from someone like Bill Clinton, who was totally, you know, he did everything the public ever asked of him to do,
yeah,
except
yeah.
for the things that he did do that we didn't want him to do,
Exactly.
like Monica Lewinsky. But
Yeah, yeah, literally,
do you know
literally.
what? Monica Lewinsky will never see this, but Monica Lewinsky, I'm so sorry that I judged you. I was one of those judgers because I was like, I was actually Monica Lewinsky for Halloween one year.
Oh, really?
And I feel bad about it now. I feel
Yeah.
so bad about it.
So did you just have like long dark hair and a red dress
I had I had a
with a
black
stain?
wig, a black wig that came to a bob. I had the hat, and I had the long suit. I had to say like the very I won like the best contest there that night, and I was
Oh,
like,
really? Did you have the
yeah,
stain as well? Did you have like a big stain on it?
yeah.
Well, you have to, don't you? You have. I won't ask how. I won't ask you how.
No, we used something on it. I forget what it was. But yes, I came with cigar and stain and all. Oh my goodness.
Oh god.
Poor Monica. Yes, Mary. Poor Monica. I feel so horrible about that. But it was a different time. It was a different time.
Things
And
happen.
a lot of people like to crucify us for what we did like back those days, but it was a different time. Like life was
Yeah, it
just
was
different.
totally,
People
absolutely.
weren't outraged by everything.
No.
Sorry, you could probably hear my phone ringing in the background. My house phone.
Oh, okay. Do you want to get it?
No,
No. Okay.
it's I we're getting rid of our cable because we have cable. We're just gonna do subscription now
Hmm.
because.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Marielle, I saw Frozen 2 tonight. Today, this morning. It was awesome.
Oh,
So
awesome.
good.
Was it good? Was it excellent? Good,
It was
good.
really, really good.
Yeah. Good. Good. I remember
I
you
don't want to
saying,
give it away, but I definitely cried a lot through it because my kids were
oh,
so young with the first one. And this really was a movie for like the kids that were growing a little bit older and things change. And I cried.
did they cry? Did the kids cry?
I don't know. I didn't see.
Oh, no.
I couldn't. We were like in the front row because that's all we
Yeah.
had left. Because
Yeah.
I told everybody this beforehand, I stupidly bought tickets for tomorrow morning. I thought I bought it for Saturday morning instead of Friday morning. So
Hmm.
when the guy was like, this won't scan, I'm like, what? He's like, maybe you bought it for the wrong day. I went, oh shit. It's
Oh,
exactly what I did. I just bought
yeah.
popcorn and the girls had drinks. I'm like, there's no way I'm leaving right now.
Oh,
So I went to the manager
oh,
and he's like, you guys want to sit in the front seats? I can get you guys all together. I could put you all sporadically around. I'm like, no, put us together.
yeah.
I'm like, my kids will not like sitting by themselves in the movie theater whatsoever.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
No.
I know. My girls loved it too, Mary. It was so cute. It really was. It made me cry. That I cry easily though at stupid stuff.
So
It
do
depends
I.
on.
Oh my God, I cry. I'm rubbish. Adverts, literally anything.
I cry a lot. I,
I cry a lot. I do
I
a
just
lot.
I just don't like getting mad. When I get mad,
No, but I
it's
cry
really
when I'm
hard for me to
frustrated.
come down.
I cry with frustration a lot. If
Oh,
I get to the point where I'm so angry, I cry. I don't know if you do that. It's just like,
all right,
ah!
Mrs. Roger Rabbit puts there was a guy that became as Clinton on a bed with a Monica that moved with every step. He took it first place costume contest. See?
Oh God. Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
the only one. But at least
Jeez.
he came on a bed. I didn't come on a bed. I was just was Monica. And
You
they
did
are
what?
16 and 17 old twins. I think that was a movie for everybody to enjoy. I don't really think that was just a kid movie. I didn't feel like it was. Did you
No.
feel like it was a kid movie, Mary? I didn't. Definitely. Lily, it seems like the most of the media are owned and influenced by all the same people. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Right there. Ding, ding,
Absolutely.
ding. I worked in media. Ding, ding, ding.
What do you think? Can I just ask very quickly? What do you think
Sure.
about the suicide? Do you think it was a suicide or do you think it was a
No,
murder? What do you think?
he was killed. And
Yeah.
everybody got
'Cause I,
paid to say it was a suicide.
I've been researching that as well, and
The,
there's some real odd things about that as well, like
the guards
massive.
got arrested.
Yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
yeah, something shady happened that day.
And do you know
And
what I thought as well? Do you know another reason why I didn't think that he would commit suicide? Because he was too arrogant. I think he was too arrogant, and I think
yep.
he probably thought because he got away with it before. I think he didn't for one second, with all his money and all his power, think that he wouldn't get away with it again. And the thought, I honestly cannot believe that somebody like him would kill themselves. I don't think that. I think he is too arrogant to even go anywhere
Well,
close.
here's something. Apparently, like he just like that day or something, or whether it was the day before, he was in with his lawyers, and everything was better, and he was still on suicide watch.
Hmm.
And then the night he's not on suicide watch, he's able to hang himself, and he was just on suicide watch. Come on.
But my whole point is he wouldn't. I don't think Have you seen him in pictures? He smirks. He just looks arrogant. He just
Oh
looks
yeah.
like he's
Have
above everyone.
you seen the video where I guess this happened in his 2010 when he got arrested
Mm-hmm.
then? It was an interviewer, or and I think it was the court, and they were telling him to state his name and stuff, and they were talking about what his penis looked like.
Yes, I did. That
Oh
was
my God.
one of the things that I saw today, and but he was so, it was like he's just so arrogant, and I really
Like,
don't
I don't have
believe.
to answer your questions.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
So smart.
the description of his penis was awful.
An egg,
An,
like an egg.
an upside down egg.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Ugh. I
Um,
know. Oh,
but
it's
yes.
oddly
So
shaped, a pear shaped or egg
yeah,
shaped.
yeah. So it was wide at the base.
Sorry,
And
Mary.
then got narrow, apparently. But yeah, so I honestly don't believe that. It's simply because, not for anything else other than that, I cannot believe that as a person he would kill himself. I think he's too arrogant. I think he thought every minute that he would get away with it. Why kill
Some way
himself?
or another, somebody somewhere. But
Hmm.
also remember, he had a lot on the Clintons and he had a
Hmm.
lot on the Royals.
Oh, he had a lot on a lot of people.
So
I
the
think
two, they're
involved
gonna.
in a lot of stuff we didn't know about a lot.
Oh
A lot.
God, there's so much
Oh,
stuff we don't know about that
there
people don't tell
would be
us.
a lot of people far more powerful than him that wouldn't want him to go to court and wouldn't want him to testify and wouldn't want him to be on the stand. A lot of people.
And that's
Uh,
why I
I,
believe
mhm.
somebody had him killed.
They had to, because I really do not see him as the personality to kill himself at all. Because
The,
he would have thought, he's got away with it before. Why would he not get away with it again?
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
why kill
And not
himself
only
before?
that, and they're saying it could be suicide.
Bone
At
in his
first it
neck.
was 1000%, it's suicide. It's
Hmm.
suicide.
Hmm.
And everyone's like, and then we heard the story about the guards falling asleep.
Hmm.
At the
Yeah.
same time, same hours, same
Hmm.
span. Bull. No.
Yeah.
No.
Hmm.
You don't accidentally fall asleep for 5 hours.
No, exactly.
An
Exactly.
hour, maybe. You don't.
Think they were sedated.
They could have been anything. They could have been anything. You
Yeah.
know, I can't necessarily say what happened to him, but someone got to him.
There's a
Who?
possibility that if they both, and for two to fall asleep at the same time as well, that's really bizarre as well. I'm wondering whether there was some kind of sedation or something,
There's
some kind of
oh
gas,
there had
gas
to be an elaborate plan put together,
or a gas,
without a
maybe
doubt, that
a
two
gas.
guards were completely quote unquote asleep, and during that time he just so happened to hang himself right after he was taken off suicide
Yeah,
watch.
I'm trying to look at the.
Like
Uh,
I yeah, Mary, nope, not at all.
no.
Not at all. But see, that was funny because when I was watching this interview, and like I said, I didn't know about this interview that it was even happening until the next day that I woke up,
Yeah.
that it was
Yeah.
filmed. And I
Hmm.
watched it, and even just watching it the first time, I was like, this is bad. This is
Yeah.
really
Oh
bad.
God, I was cringing at it, and so was
The
everyone.
honorable, and it was a convenient place to stay. When you're a royal, any place is convenient that's made of whatever money. You can stay
Exactly.
anywhere you want
Exactly.
with
Hmm.
staff.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, but
Like, and
that's,
so
and why 4 days? Why stay for 4 days?
the
And there was no, he didn't hide it. He was walking with him. He was out in public with him. He was opening the front
he
doors.
opened the front door and he's
Yes.
waving to an underage person. Like, you're gonna sit here and tell me you never saw anything shady? Really?
Oh,
You
and
waved
do you,
goodbye to an underage girl.
do you
That
know what?
wasn't shady?
I don't think he's very smart.
He's not very smart.
Very smart. No, I don't. Unfortunately.
No,
Uh,
just because you're royal doesn't make you a genius.
no. No. Exactly. But I think a lot of this, a lot of everything, is to do with power and money. Money and power. It trumps everything. It does. Even law, even the legal system. It will trump everything. unfortunately.
It's
So yeah.
crazy.
Mm,
And
yeah.
it's like different narratives are just pushed on you by the media, whether you want to believe something or not. And if you have a difference of opinion, you're a
That's right.
horrible
Well,
person. You're
yeah.
terrible.
Also,
Outrage.
yeah.
Like,
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I have
Yeah.
a lot of friends who are Republican. A lot. More people I know now who are Republican than ever were before. Why? Because the Democrats have taken such a crazy left turn. Freaking
Hmm.
Obama just came out and said, hey, Democrats, if you don't stop with going way too left, you're not going to get anywhere. Like
Yeah.
Obama. Because he sees how crazy this is getting
Yeah.
over here.
Absolutely. Hmm. It
Now,
is.
do
It
you,
is crazy. It's
mm-hmm,
getting absolutely crazy.
you
I
have
mean,
your own mind and your own opinion, and it doesn't go with the way the world's going today, you're the wrong one. You're
hmm.
completely wrong. And banish you. You're canceled. You're exiled. Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was
It's,
just watching something. I forget who I was watching, but they were talking about Matt Lauer
oh
and
God.
how,
Yeah. Yeah.
right.
I know. It's yeah.
Well, when that whole stuff went down, I was watching Matt Lauer, and like I met Matt Lauer before when we were. I used to work in radio, and he worked
Yeah.
in
Hmm.
Philly, and then I had taken my daughter up to the Today Show, and she got to get a picture with everybody from the Today Show. This was Grace when she turned about 8 years old, and
Okay.
it was so funny what happened with Matt Lauer, because Matt Lauer was there, and I heard he was a really big jerk. I mean, and I've had experience that he was a jerk.
I I've heard that. I've heard that since. Yeah.
He was,
Yeah.
but he was so nice to my daughter. I will give him that. He was
Okay.
very
Well, that's.
nice.
Hmm.
I'll give him that.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it's not the most proudest picture I have. Like,
No.
ooh, my
No. But
daughter with
I.
that Lauer.
Yeah. No, I've heard that he was a massive jerk as well. Um.
He
But
was
it
the
just goes.
reason why Ann Curry got kicked off.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that alone, and the way he treated her that day that she got kicked off was terrible. Oh, he was,
All of it. It's just yeah. And he's not a gentleman, is he?
no,
At all.
no, 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 no. But,
Uh,
he stayed out of the light. And, like, for instance, someone like Billy Bush. Billy Bush was on that Trump bus, did
yeah.
exactly what he was
Mhm.
supposed to do. Because if he
Mhm.
would have told Trump to go shove it, he would have gotten fired from his
Oh
job.
yeah, for sure.
So
For
he
sure.
had to giggle and laugh along, and you could
Yeah.
tell it was awkward.
Yeah.
And God, he got slammed way worse than Trump
Oh,
did.
well, Trump's president now. Billy Bush has gone at some and Trump's president. Well, how does that go figure?
Well, Billy
How does
Bush
that?
is now he's now on Extra here. He's now taken over Extra. He used to be Access Hollywood for the longest
Mm,
time, and so Mario Lopez left Extra to move to Access Hollywood, and
mhm.
then now Billy Bush is
Oh, wait,
on Fox with
I,
Extra.
I thought I thought he because we don't of course get any of that really. Well, I haven't seen any of it here, but I thought that he'd gone. I thought that
Nah, he got another job, thankfully. I
oh
thought, and
okay.
and he talks about it. He's like, "How is this even fair?"
Yeah.
The man
Hmm.
who actually did the talking and said that
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
is
It's the
president,
president.
and I was
Hmm.
jobless, and I, I,
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
kind of agree with him. Like,
Yeah.
he was doing his job,
I
and
agree.
if he was to tell the talent who was
Hmm.
Donald Trump at the time on the bus that had his name on the
Yeah.
side, well, no, it said Access Hollywood on the side, but they are told to treat them, like gold, or that they're always right, and you're
Hmm.
not wrong. You're always wrong. They're always
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
and just go along with it and make them
Absolutely.
happy, so they
Yes.
come back for more
Hmm.
interviews.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he did the
Yes.
right thing, and yet his own company threw him out.
Ridiculous.
Hold on one second. Yes.
Okay.
I'll be down in a while. Okay.
Tell Lisa I said hi.
Gracie says hi.
Hi. Hi, Gracie.
Hi, Gracie. She's in her pajamas, or she would jump in like this, like she
Oh,
always
I know
does.
she would. I know.
She's not camera shy. No.
Hang on. Is there anything else going on? I've lost the track completely now. Hang on.
Yeah, I think we talked
What?
about a lot of stuff.
Yeah. What does everybody else what's everybody else thinking about it all and saying? We've gone through lots of stuff.
A lot of people that has been in here has not disagreed with us one bit.
I don't think they have they?
No, I didn't see
No.
any.
No.
Ma- he is a jerk because of him. Who's a jerk, Mary? Wait, was oh, Matt Lauer. Matt Lauer. Yes, Mary.
Yeah.
He is a jerk.
Yeah.
My home phone never rings this much. It's rang like
Wow.
4 times since I've been on this here, and they're all bogus calls, spam.
How do you know?
Because I can hear it. It tells me who it is. It says call from blah blah blah.
Oh,
And then,
okay. Right. Okay.
so if it's always like blah blah blah, and it doesn't make any sense, we know it's not anybody we know.
Yeah.
And the only person who ever calls us is either my parents or his parents.
Okay. Right. Fair enough. Otherwise, it's mobile. Okay. Um. Oh. Okay. Wolf Carroll doesn't feel sorry for Fergie. No.
Absolutely, Mary. No, yeah, his wife, and rightfully so. He treated her like crap. He cheated on her left and right. He cheated on her. Now, this is what I'm hearing. It could be gossip, but I don't think it is. When all
I
this
think-
when all this stuff went down with Matt Lauer, he was dating, from what I heard, Natalie Morales from the Today Show. Now they moved her from Today Show to Access Hollywood, like real quickly at one point. It was because they were having an affair, so they had to separate them.
Yeah.
So I heard. This
Okay.
this is hearsay. I don't know this for
Very
most of
yeah.
this is hearsay.
It's different over here. We don't really get any of this. It's not really British stuff, but yeah, I don't know who that is.
No,
But yeah,
Natalie Morales was a news person who was on American news. She did the Today Show. She was kind of like a side anchor, and she's very pretty. But then she got switched over to where she still is now, Access Hollywood. And the word on the street is that her and Matt had an affair, and that's why. True story, Mario says. See, I know. Yep. See, she says true story. That's what I thought.
so is there anyone at all on here at the moment in chat that disagrees with what I think, which is that he needs to go to America and answer questions? Andrew, I think Andrew needs to go to America, and I think he needs to answer
Report to the
questions.
FBI.
Yeah, not have an interview that he's set up and is in Buckingham Palace. It's all a bit cozy. He needs to actually answer questions, which he hasn't done yet. He's not.
And I'm sorry, if he's guilty of doing something that's criminal, like
Yeah.
rape a child, he
Yeah.
should be going to jail in America. Ooh,
Absolutely.
man.
At least go
He
over
would
and be
die
questioned.
before he did that, I think.
He needs to be questioned. He needs
Oh,
to
without
go
a doubt.
And do you know what? Why is he not? If he's got nothing to hide, why is he not going over there and answer? Because I know they want to question him. I know they want to ask him questions. So
Absolutely. And then he did this interview, which made him work way worse
Exactly. So why
and
is he
just
not?
raised more questions.
Yeah, and it's just making it worse, the fact that he's done that, but he hasn't gone to and answered questions from the FBI who actually do want to ask him questions. So you know, that again is that there's something not right about that either.
I think he thought if he got the public to agree that he was innocent, and he thought he was innocent, and he could say, oh, they'll believe me, he thought it was just going to be over.
Oh yeah, I think he did. I think he did. I think he thought that he'd get everybody on his side, everybody would believe him, everything would be hunky-dory, they'd all forget about what had happened, he wouldn't have to go to America. I absolutely think he needs to go and answer questions. That is my opinion. Is there anybody?
You know what, Mrs. Roger Rabbit? I don't know if he'll
I don't think he's been stripped. No, I don't think he's been stripped of his title.
family
No, not of his titles. He's been stripped of his offices.
duties.
His offices.
Yeah.
His offices in Buckingham Palace have been removed. I don't think he's been stripped of his titles yet. He's been dropped from the organisations like charities he works for, that kind of thing. But I don't think his titles have been stripped. No.
Yep. He just made himself look really bad. I don't understand why he didn't listen to his PR people, and now I understand why his PR people were like, "We're out." we're gone. We're not dealing with this backlash.
Yeah,
So that's why you
yeah.
had the Queen, Charles, and William all together firing him. God,
Yeah.
could you imagine firing your own sibling or your uncle because he's a pedophile? Oh my God.
God, can you imagine the conversations that have been going on behind those doors? Can you imagine? Oh my God,
Mr.
oh
Shadownight
my,
just said, Mommy stopped his birthday party. Yes, Mommy stopped his birthday party.
yes.
And it was supposed to be this big, grand
It's 60th,
celebration.
60th birthday. No
And
more.
it turned out being that Beatrice, they wound up having like a small dinner party or something, and
Yeah.
Beatrice wound up crying the whole party. That's what I heard. That's what I read.
And,
And she
well,
cried the whole.
well, she's supposed to be getting married next year, isn't she? And of course
Beatrice.
now, yeah, now
But
her wedding is not going to be anywhere near what it would have been had none of this happened at all. Not at all.
I
It's
agree.
be downgraded. It's not going to be as big as Eugenie's, because Eugenie's wedding was very big and was very public. They're not going to be able to do that now with it. So it's
Hi,
going
my
to
favorite, Marsha White Sharky. I don't see you. Hi, Marsha. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Hi,
I just wanted.
Marsha. That's okay. Hi,
Marsha beat
Marsha.
Loopy Lisa.
Hi,
Loopy Lisa beat Marsha.
hi, Marsha. Hi, Mr.
We love
Shannon.
Marsha. She's awesome.
Aww. Well, if you think she's awesome, then I think she's awesome.
You don't have
But
to, but
no,
I
no,
think if you checked her out for yourself, you
I
would
trust.
you would totally dig her.
I trust your taste. All good.
Yeah, yeah. She seems like a level-headed. I like. There she is, Marsha White Sharky. Hi, Marsha. Yeah. But
Uh,
I'm so glad we got to do this. Like I was
oh,
first, I was like, I
I'm
don't think
just so sorry that I was so late. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna spend
you
the
were
rest of the
20
evening.
minutes late.
I
Trust
know,
me,
I know,
it could have
but
been way
that,
worse.
that was not. It took me an hour to get to, well, to nothing really.
And I knew you were stressing, and that's why I'm like,
Oh my,
don't worry.
I was so stressed, and I'm gonna look at it now when I get off with you. I'm gonna look at it because I can't do anything without that. I need my laptop so much, and it's just so. But it's yeah. Apparently, it's got a virus that I'm gonna have to try and sort out. I might have to download some virus app or something that I can use to sort it out. But just a nightmare.
Anybody who helps MGL is good in my books. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who MGL is.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, she's good people.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
now it's great time because they really need to improve their own public relations here in the U.S. And tossing Andy into the clink would be a start.
I absolutely agree, Wolf. Absolutely agree. And I mean, at least he needs to be questioned. I mean, what's going on there? I can't get my head around that. I
I'm,
cannot get my
I'm,
head around it. Just
I think it's that they're probably afraid to cross the Queen.
wow. That shouldn't be. That shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be.
No, it shouldn't. And everybody here, I'm not the only one. Everybody that I've spoken to this side of the pond thinks that he needs to, if he has that, which he absolutely obviously has done something, he needs to go and answer the questions and face the consequences. Why
Because
should he be
if those
punished?
questions were asked of him
Yeah.
in the FBI that the BBC asked him, he'd be so screwed. If
Oh
they
yeah.
were his, if they were his under oath words.
Hmm. Yeah.
I sweat because I don't sweat. Oh my god,
Uh,
the sweating thing like
yeah.
it
And you
blows my
should,
mind.
Wolf, I absolutely agree with you. You will not hear me saying anything differently. And like I said, most people in the UK feel exactly the same way. They are absolutely disgusted that he has, that is in the situation he's in. It's disgusting because, of course, they do. The royal family does represent the UK. That's what they do. I hate to
Absolutely.
say they do, and it's a disgrace, really. It's an absolute disgrace, and it's. I'm not apologising for him. I'm not, because I've got nothing to apologise for. But he should be apologising, and he should be doing something to rectify this with the American people as well, because they want to know what's going on, don't they?
Yeah.
It's just, we all do. Actually, we all do. We all do. We all want to know.
Marcia was telling me before that she is a huge royal fan too. She is a
Mhm.
huge Princess Diana fan, and and she
Mhm.
says, Lisa seems absolutely delightful. You and Lisa should come up on a panel and talk about this. I would love that.
Oh my God, yes,
She
I
would
would
love.
absolutely love it. Yeah,
We've
I'll tell
done
you.
our research.
Yeah, another reason why I need to sort my laptop out. It's just, I need to do it. I need to do it.
But see,
Oh,
I didn't want you to worry. Like, so I was like,
I,
don't worry, don't worry.
I
I'm right
really,
here. I'm not going anywhere.
but it's just so typical of me. It's so typical. It's just annoying, just annoying. But that's okay. I'm going to get it sorted. I'll download something. I don't know. I'm not great, as you know, with technology, but I will sort it out. I'll find some way because I need that laptop. I need it. I can't go for this.
I don't know. Yeah, I just got one last year. Like that's kind of why I started. But when I started is because I got a laptop. I never had a laptop
Well,
before.
well, my daughter was doing it, helping me to try and sort it out, and she had her friend on the phone. And I was like, what do I do now? What do I do? And her friend very helpfully over the phone, because it was on speakerphone, said, well, it's Black Friday, get one in the sale. There we go. Just buy a new one.
Just buy a new one because
There we
you
go.
have money
There
to
we
do
go.
that.
That sorted the virus. I was like, well, I could have just said that. That's not the thing, is it? But there you go. So yeah, so I'm going to sort that out. Get it
Oh,
all
so
sorted.
Marcia said
Oh,
she would love this.
huh?
Yes, I would love to have y'all. She's got
Oh
that
my God,
southern accent.
Marsha,
We would
that
love it.
I would love to, absolutely love to. I'd love to meet you because I have heard Ginger's talked about you. So I would absolutely love to meet you. All good. Okay.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm not being investigated by the FBI here.
No. So no,
No.
I will absolutely take you up on that. In fact, I will probably keep poking and prodding and finding out when it's going to happen because I do get very excited, don't I? Do I get
Well,
really
I send you everything I find. I'm like, oh, look
I
at
know.
this. Oh,
I know.
look at this.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So yes, please, I would be absolutely thrilled and absolutely
Jackie
honored.
Mancini walked in.
Hi, Jackie
Tracy
Mancini.
Wales. Mr. Shannonite is
Yes,
back.
I saw Tracy. Hi,
And hold on,
Tracy.
I know I missed somebody. Hold on, I know who did I miss? I missed someone. Slews investigates. Hi, Slews investigates. Yes, she always comes into coffee with Cece all the time.
Oh, okay. Hang on, I'm just having a look. Who was it?
Ah, here we go. Marcia wants to know what you think of Meghan Markle.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I think she's. I don't. To be honest with you, I don't have a huge opinion. But
Right now, she's a shining star in the royal family.
She seems like a really lovely person. I think she has done wonders for the way that the royal family, and like we were talking about this earlier, weren't we? The royal family has recently started to kind of marry outside, which I think is brilliant. I think that's what needed to happen. I think they needed to get rid of the stuffiness, be part of just be normal people. Just that's what we want. We don't want to see stuffiness. We want to see people like Harry and Meghan and Kate and William.
William.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to see. I mean, Charles is kind of stuffy.
Charles is kind. He's got, although he has got better.
He has gotten better. I'll give him that.
Recently, he has, and I don't know whether his sons have had some kind of part in that. Maybe.
I think Camilla did too.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
You know?
I used to really dislike Camilla, but I've kind of grown. She's grown on me a little, Camilla.
A lot of people say that because not only that, like with The Crown that's out now on Netflix, which I am wholeheartedly watching. I'm already through the third season. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait I can't wait for season 13 of The Crown, which will take you to today.
I know.
That will make for some good Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
To see, like, even if it's fake, like, I don't care. I want to see it. Like, I want to see what you're talking about. Because watching The Crown, I find The Crown is just, I can't turn it off. I can't turn it off.
A lot of people here watch it, to be honest. A lot. And I do. I'm intrigued by the whole, like, the history of the royal family. I love the history. Absolutely love the history. All of that, right back, Henry VIII, right the way back. I just love all of that. But I do think it's getting better. The royal family is. Well, I say that, and then this happens with Prince Andrew. But as far as the way they are, kind of as people, I think, like I said, William, Harry, and Meghan, yes, absolutely. And we were saying this, weren't we? That I think Harry should be able to marry. I think anybody should be able to marry who they want to marry. If he wanted to marry a goat, let him marry. Well, that'd be a bit different.
I know this isn't like there's not many people who have arranged marriages anymore, especially.
No, but he should be able to marry who he wants to marry. It should be his choice. It shouldn't be up to anybody else. And it's the same with anything really. And we shouldn't be all up to us to judge her or anyone. Why should who are we to judge really?
You know what? The one good thing about The Crown, it does, especially this season, it puts Camilla in a much better light than people normally do see her.
Yeah,
because then you really do see that he was forced out of that relationship when he didn't want to be. And that it was not even his own mother; it was his grandmother. His grandmother was the one who pushed Camilla away and didn't think she was marriage material.
The Queen Mother. Yeah. Well, the thing is, the Queen Mother was incredibly fond of Diana. She was very close to Diana, the Queen Mother.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. She absolutely adored Diana. So yeah, that probably had something to do with it, maybe. I don't know.
Then was it Margaret that didn't like Diana?
Oh, I don't know.
I heard that Margaret didn't like Diana.
Okay, the Queen Mother adored her. Thought she was wonderful. Yeah, so that could be why, if that was the case with Camilla.
She missed
Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey. Yeah. You see, it's all people do, don't they? They love.
I never watched Downton Abbey. I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because I probably would get sucked into it the way I'm getting sucked into The Crown.
Oh yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
It
looks like business as usual with the royal family to me. They've always been barbaric. Oh, I missed that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I take the?
No, that's all right. No, it's fine. They've always been barbaric. They're the descendants of warrior kings, of conquerors, of cruel rulers. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But hopefully they become less barbaric.
But don't we all come from like a barbaric warrior nature from some point in our lives?
They are everywhere, aren't they? Everybody kind of descends.
I mean, yeah, everybody fought each other for land and stuff back in the day.
Yeah. Let's shun like, oh, for the muse of fire. Oh, I'm
sorry. Sorry. I'm going too fast.
Oh, for the muse of fire. That would ascend the brightest heaven of invention, a kingdom for say, princes to act. Oh, he's doing one of his sayings. It's say that's. Kingdom for us.
Active monarchs.
Yeah, I can't think what it is, but I can't think which play that is. I feel if Prince Charles married Camilla to being with so much. I feel
if Prince Charles married Camilla from the very beginning. Yes, Lily, I totally agree with you. He should have been allowed to marry her. Although, if we have to look at it this way, we would have never known who Lady Diana ever was.
Absolutely, yeah.
And there would be no Prince William or Prince Harry.
Absolutely.
So you can't, you can go back, but I guarantee you Charles wouldn't.
But they weren't allowed, were they? Didn't they? Yeah, early, because they did date. Camilla and Charles did date.
They dated first, the Queen Mother and the Admiral. Who was like a grandfather to him, or was like a father to him, because Prince Philip wasn't much of a father, so they say on The Crown. But Camilla.
Did you know that after Camilla he dated Diana's sister, Sarah?
Yes, and then dated Diana.
And then he got engaged to Diana. Yeah.
Well, so he's there.
Yeah.
Doing the sister action. Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Absolutely. We are all from the same people, really. That's what I'm saying. That's just all I got to say. We're all kind of the same. We all come from, the same place.
Yeah.
If you are Irish Catholic. I'm Irish Catholic.
So am I.
Irish Catholic in the house.
Henry V. There we go. And do you know what? I was going to say Henry V, and it completely. I thought, oh, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to sound like an idiot, but yeah, I thought it was Henry V. Yeah, I'm Irish Catholic too. We've got a lot of Irish Catholics here.
Yes, that Lady Diana set the bar very, very high. She was a class act, and not only that, she was quite normal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why the boys are so normal these days. It's definitely not by the Queen Mother or Charles or Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
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 Because after that, I find him so out of touch with people.
She was 19 when they got engaged, and I think he was 33 or something.
He was in his 30s, and she was 21 when they got married, right?
He was 19 when they got engaged, and yeah, 21 when they got married. Yeah,
like that's so young.
Yeah.
If I would have never been. I'm glad I got married when I got married. I got married at 31. That's when I was old enough to feel like, okay, I could do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't have been old enough. Like,
yeah, 21 is a baby. It's a baby, basically. It is.
You're allowed to have your first. You're legally allowed to have your first drink here.
And to get engaged at 19 and be suddenly thrust into being the future queen at 19 years old. I mean, that's an awful lot of pressure. That's a huge amount of pressure.
I totally agree. My back is starting to kill me, so I'm not going to be able to hang out too much longer.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna kind of disappear in a moment anyway, because I really want to get this laptop kind of.
I know. I really appreciate like everybody coming in. Marsha, we would love to come in and talk with you. Absolutely. Mary, you know I love you to death. Lily, thank you. Mr. Shannonite, always come. You never have to ask if you're welcome. You are always welcome.
Oh gosh, absolutely. Marsha, thank you very much, Marsha. It's lovely to. I'll tell you what, who I haven't met before on here. It's so lovely to see you.
Hold on 1 second. Do you want to say hi?
We all just finished eating.
I knew I wasn't going to come down to dinner.
Want a plate?
No, I'll come down. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi?
When?
In shortly.
When
We're saying goodbye now. Do you want to say hi?
Sure.
Keep your talk.
Hi.
Well, you can't be seen. There she is.
Hi, gorgeous.
She's she's being her weird self. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm on a live. What do you think?
Finished eating.
I told you I wasn't going to make it down.
You never said that.
Oh God. I'll be down in a second.
Your second is like 7 minutes.
I love that I get bitched out by my daughter for not doing things
Nice.
that I don't need to do, like eat.
Oh my goodness. Lily, thank you so much. It's been lovely to meet you. Thank you for everybody that I haven't met before. It's been lovely to meet you. I'm so sorry I was late. Like I said, I'm sorry that I look an absolute wreck.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was fine.
But it's okay because I don't sweat. I've got a condition. So it's fine. I just overheat and die.
She just overheats and dies.
All good.
Dead.
But thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure we'll get together soon. We'll find something else.
We always do. But we got to go on Marsha talk about this too.
Yeah.
So we're not done with this yet.
Because you know what my shifts are like, so
I do.
it. Yeah, let me know so that I can make sure that I'm around and available. And
Definitely subscribe to Marsha. You would like her.
oh yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
for sure, definitely, yes. So,
She's got great lives. She's so entertaining. She plays music. She doesn't care if it's copyrighted. She just does it. Like
awesome.
But
my kind of girl, I will be over there for sure. Thank you so much, everybody. Love you all.
Yes, everyone. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. This was really fun, and it was really fun to kind of get back on the saddle again.
Yes, the time has flown. I can't believe how quickly the time's gone.
We got our Christmas stuff up downstairs, and I got to finish decorating.
Yeah. So anyway, yes, I'm gonna go. Thank you, everybody. For
Yes, I gotta go too. I just missed dinner, so.
Oh God, yeah. Go and have your dinner. I'm gonna go and eat something now as well. Actually, I'm starving. So.
Bye, my love.
I'll speak to you soon, Ginge, and everybody else. I will see you soon. I hope.
Bye, everybody. Thank you
Lots
so
of
much.
love.
Have a great weekend.
Take